Oh, I'm doing great.
Ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah, how are you doing?
After we hired a little prime time action to see you, we start pilfering, getting some transfers. I hated the transfer portal, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That was
I'll tell you about it. All right, everyone, good morning. I'm going to call the docket. Please let me know you're here. If you don't answer or respond to the docket, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Today is Monday, but it's a day for new beginnings. So we're going to start it off as a great day. Johnny Paniaga. I know I'm mispronouncing that last name. Johnny Paniagua. Terry Alloway. If there's a Russell Harshar here, your case has been reset for December 12th. In custody, we have Brianna Mitchell, James Walker, Jesse Hanahoho. You need to be in impact court.
Okay, I'm gonna be making one more announcement for Empire.
Okay. Adrian Soto.
Here you are.
If there's a Lemon Wardell or Wardell Lemon, you need to be in impact court. Alberto Trevino. Stephen Miles is in impact court. Donald Deary is in impact court. Richard Thomas in impact court. Carlos Romero is in custody. Migdalela Salazar. Fidel Ayala.
Here you are.
In custody is Jose Gonzalez. Aaron Strom is in impact. Robert Roth. In custody is Brianna Mitchell. Jose Perez is in impact. Alejandro Black. In impact, we have Thomas Early, Calvin Johnson. Sergio Olvera.
Here.
In impact, we have Sharona Williams. Samantha Richards.
Yes.
All right. In custody, we have Ron Ratana. Shante Meeks, Juan Aveles, and Elsa Vaquera. You should be in impact court.
Here.
You need to go in impact court.
Yes.
Raul Reyes,
Here you go.
Pedro Rodriguez, impact court. Samuel Rodriguez is in custody. Daniel Ortez, custody. Alex Arazola.
Here you are.
Impact court is Marquise Buse, Arthur Galindo, Brianna Kelly.
I'm here for her. She's in line still trying to clear to get into the building. She's close.
All right. Autumn Bolden, Trey Dion Johnson, Donnell Ward, you should be in impact court. Johnny Paniaga. In custody is Quentin Buteau Cruz Rivas, James Mendiola, Jesus Martinez Cantu, Robert Andrade,
President Judge.
Orlando Hernandez. If there's a Michael Enzana, Your case has been reset for January 9th. Nathan Chavez is in custody.
I'm present for you, Judge.
Thank you. Jonathan Bolden, Jacob Moya, and Bruno Palacio are in custody. Valdemar Hinojosa, Betty Jean Gonzalez, Raul Hinojosa, Juan Delgado, Armando Garcia, Carla Smith, Alexander Rangel, Andres Cardenas, Armando Jimenez, and Tracy Fitzpatrick are in custody. And Richard Montez is this afternoon. Is there anyone who came in later? Your name was not called. Yes, what's your name?
I don't know if it was just the first thing he said, but I didn't hear you say it real fast.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
I think I heard you say my name, it was like in the very beginning that you said my, what did you say? For the 12th December?
No, I didn't say your case was rescheduled. Just give us a moment and we'll call you up. Anyone else?
I'm not sure if I counted as late, but I went to impact court first.
Okay, what is your name? Samantha what?
Well, you called my name.
Okay. All right, just have a seat. All right, everyone, these are the rules of the court. The files are here. Please grab a file, put it on the prosecutor's desk, have a seat. We'll call you in order in which you'll appear. Do not approach the court until you confer with the state and confer with your client. If you have someone who's in custody, you need to let the deputy know so they can have them brought out. All right, everyone, please confer. I need the files on Juan Delgado, Carla Smith, and Alexander Rangel. Okay, thank you. Jacob Moya.
Well.
Yes. Excuse me, sir. You ready on Terry Alloway?
May I approach this briefly, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, he is asking for 10 more days because of the FDU.
For what purpose?
Can I bring him up tonight?
Yes, sure. I've already given him time.
Mr. Holloway. He told me this morning, Judge.
Yes. Yes.
They're gonna sonogram my legs because they're gonna seal off a couple veins.
I'm sorry, what?
They're gonna close off a couple veins to make my circulation better. I can bring you the paperwork.
Well, why would you come to court without paperwork? I've already
Because it
given
was the
you,
weekend and I didn't have it. I couldn't get in touch with the doctor to bring it in.
I mean, you were here last.
I know,
week,
ma'am.
And I gave you
I
time.
appreciate that.
Okay.
Well, with my kids, it's up to you. I don't care.
Oh, okay,
When my
we're gonna
leg,
go forward.
when my legs give out, it'd be all.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 6644, State of Texas versus Terry Alloway. That party is announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
for the defense.
Michael Goins for Mr. Holloway.
All right. Are both sides ready to proceed, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll follow your plea bargain agreement, sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yep.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yep.
All right, good luck to you.
I'll be excused, Your Honor.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
Got approached on it.
Yes,
Is Family Violence across the street?
they're in impact court, but
So-
they'll be here shortly.
I'm in.
All right, probation on Miss, I'm sorry, Juan Delgado.
I see for a couple.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, state. Mr. Escobar, there's a request from Juan Delgado, I guess, to drive. Have you seen the report from the doctor? And this is the court's file, but if you can just return it after you review it.
How was your weekend, man?
Hmm.
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. How about you?
Good, restful. Okay. We'll defer to you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Juan Delgado. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so what are the errands that you run for your mom? Do you do any errands for your mom?
Yes,
What is it?
groceries or pick up medicine.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start allowing you to drive, but we're gonna start for 3 months. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna start with you being allowed to take care of all your medical appointments for work and your mom's medical appointments. That's it. You know, and her errands.
Okay.
And then if that works out for 3 months, then I'll give you more time to be out and about. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank
Keep
you,
up the
Your
good work. Carla Smith. Good morning. All right, so they're transferring you back from felony drug court because of health issues that you have and you're not able to complete the program?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what are your medical conditions?
I have fibromyalgia. I have, well, the medical stuff, the mental stuff that I have too, but mainly
Sorry, the what?
the mental stuff, like
Okay,
psychosis and whatnot.
all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Probation with regards to Carla Smith. We're gonna do intensive outpatient treatment and a MIC eval. And she's already received a TAP evaluation through felony drug court, but if she needs an updated TAP, I guess that can be done. Yes. Because felony drug court is sending her back here. All right, thank you so much. Keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm texting Brittany right now because she's in impact. I may have to step out to go handle whichever case gets picked down there.
Okay,
Just giving you the heads up, and I'm just kind of waiting on the word to run down there.
all right, okay, thank you. Alexander Rangel. Yes, come forward. Yes. All right, so, Mr. Rangel,
Yes, Your Honor.
I understand everybody's financial issues, but the law is the law and it says that you need to be on a device.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
you need to get out of lockout and you need to pay for that device. So you need to call them and work on whatever payment plan you can work on. Otherwise, we're gonna have some issues. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
Can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
yes,
I've been on 2 devices
Mhm.
and for like 22 months now.
Mhm.
Because first we were doing the interlock on the vehicle. And then I got the mobile device, so I've been paying on both of them.
Mhm.
And that's what I was trying to ask my POs. But they were, saying that the court's backed up and whatnot as far as like not getting the paperwork to remove a device. That way I could just be paying on
no,
one.
the court is not backed up. This court always reviews all documents.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why is he on 2 devices?
So, Your Honor, if I may, he was on a device and he went into lockout and couldn't get that. I believe it was a financial strain and there was some mechanical issues with his truck or his vehicle.
Mhm.
the CSO at the time told him, well, go ahead and get a portable device so that it's almost at the end of your time to have a device. Go ahead and get the portable device. But she never notified the court that CSO is not his CSO. And I believe, I don't even think they're no longer with the department. But there was no violations with the devices, and he's been on the device the amount of time that was needed to be, that was mandated.
All right, so you're driving, is that correct?
No, no, Your Honor.
Well, how are you getting to locations?
With my getting rides, Your Honor.
All right,
Like right now, my mother just brought me over here to court, and that's the thing. It's been a real,
all right, so you have a choice. You can drive with an ignition interlock, or you can not drive, not have an interlock lock and have the PAM device. Which would you prefer?
and I can have a valid license to drive because I don't.
Well, you'll have to talk to an attorney about that.
Okay, well, I'll do the vehicle interlock.
But here's the thing, you can't do the vehicle interlock and drive if you don't have a valid license.
You're absolutely right. I'll do the mobile interlock, Your Honor.
All right, so this is what we'll do then. Remove the ignition interlock. And you need to provide an affidavit of non-driving. So that means that you're not allowed to drive. And we'll do the PAM device, and we'll come back in 3 months and see how he does on the PAM device. And if all goes well, then that may be removed.
All right,
Okay.
And he did.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And he did send a affidavit of non-driving, but we'll make sure that it's updated and so forth.
All right, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All
very
right, you're
much.
welcome. Yes, I will. Let me-
I mean, whatever you can, they should send me to.
Okay, and can you let them know? Just send me the link and send me when they're ready for me.
Oh,
All right, thank you. Oh, I do have the Zoom link now.
oh, okay.
All right, and see if you can find out when they're ready for me. Just a moment. If you don't have the file, it's an impact. Okay. Yes, there, it's gonna take a while though.
Okay, I'll run the 2 minutes.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got Jonathan Bolden. He's an unindicted case.
Mhm.
I believe he was set today to see if the state was going to hold on to the case. I understand the family violence prosecutors are in impact court. If I could just have him recalled for next week. He had filed for a pro se PR bond,
Mhm.
which was denied.
Okay,
Court did hear that motion. But
all
I
right,
think
and his cases are unindicted.
it is unindicted. We'll have to check.
All right, just speak with the court coordinator. Thank you.
Have a good week.
Oh, thank you, you too. And everyone, I'm gonna take a short recess. I have to take up another matter. Hello.
Judge, conservative.
Mhm.
My client, we already announced it, we just found out this morning that my wife's on the past.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I think it was bad, and so I have to go when. But obviously, this is a trial that I anticipate will probably be.
All right.
Just asking for. He was saying basically the decisions on continuances are up to you, because like they just send me things and I hear them or. But.
All right, well, tell your,
He told me that.
all right, well, tell your wife, we're sending our prayers.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Michael, Mr. Lemon, they've had an emergency in the family, so you have an objection, okay. You're welcome. Sure, and Miss Ferguson will be contacting you on a new jury trial date. Yes,
And then, yeah, and also. And he thinks, and if I need to.
okay.
And I'll send you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I can always add it.
Interesting.
Or just be fast. So hold on. Yeah, it'll resolve it. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to have to step away. I don't know if anyone's gonna come and cover me,
okay,
because I know Marcus was sick and I know Ryan wasn't coming in.
okay,
So, sorry, I think we're kind of stretched a little thin.
oh, no problem.
So if anything comes up, I mean, we'll have our cell phones on, but I think we're gonna start over dire here at 10:30.
Okay, let me ask you, can one of the attorneys from Impact come down? I mean, from Intake, Laura Metzel?
That I don't know, ma'am.
All right, do you want to call and see if she can?
I'll try and see if I can get a hold of her.
All right, who's on here on Sergio Olvera? Good morning, where's your client? All right, hi, so where are we on the PTD? Has all the paperwork been done?
Yes, it's been accepted into the program as of September of 2022.
Okay,
And so we're just waiting for the PTD term to proceed and expire.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date for PTD.
I can do February 2nd.
All right, we'll come back on February 2nd. Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Judge.
Judge.
Have a seat, I'll be right back.
Now.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Thank you so much. You too. Judge.
Bye-bye.
No. You're just looking for, are you looking for global? Yes.
Yeah.
Just spoke with Marcus. He's already made his way.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Since then. Let's do my signature. We have. If you need anything, let us know. Mark should be here though shortly.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Fidel Ayala.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Let me find him on the docket.
The companion case is another person that today.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, what's happening with this case?
There's child safe videos that has verified that they're in possession of, and Monica Guerrero is going to make an appointment so that Mr. Ayala can view it with her at the DA's office. There's also we believe, additional discovery CPS records. We've obtained some cause numbers to help provide to the state to try to locate the records. And Michael has made the effort, have his investigator look at the cause numbers, but they haven't found the cases that stem from it.
Mhm.
But we believe that there are other CPS records that we believe would be relevant to this case.
All right, state.
So they've made us aware that there were some additional, or that there were additional allegations. We requested their CPS records again through them. And we didn't get any new documents from them. So it appears that there's no new information. There were some case numbers provided us through BCSO. My investigator looked into those case numbers. They didn't in fact exist. And then we even did a search by names of parties, could not find that anything for 2022. So I don't know what else as far as if that is concerned. I know that there were some issues with the disc as it related to the child safe. And so we didn't let Ms. Guerrero know that they're available for review now that we ensured that they worked.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date for Mr. Ayala in February.
I can do the 28th.
All right, your plea deadline date and your jury trial date is going to be February 28th. Defense, if there's some outstanding discovery you think is not present through CPS, then they need to be subpoenaed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form.
Thank you. You have a
Thank
happy
you.
holidays.
You too.
So it's fun.
Who's here on Johnny Paniagua?
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I was informed this weekend that he was arrested. So he is in Bear County Jail.
Okay. All right, Deputy Laura, is he in custody? And is he in custody in Bear County?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I think he was arrested Saturday or Sunday or something.
All right, is that for arson? Is that for the arson? Possession, okay. All right, so what we'll do is we'll recall this, Ms. Ferguson, we will recall this for tomorrow. And we'll have your client brought over.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. All right, you're here on Deleon?
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
All right, so here's the issue for the court.
Yes, Judge.
If there's going to be a transfer of the ignition interlock, I don't want there to be a downtime.
I understand. I think the stroke, he doesn't have a new car yet. And so this is part of the process.
Mhm.
So I don't know how to avoid that problem, Judge.
Well, I mean, if he wants to be placed on PAM, he can.
He's already on the scram, Judge.
Okay,
So there will be no downtime on that. So there will be constant alcohol monitoring the entire time.
all right, then there's to be no driving.
Thank you. Yes, Judge. We understand that, and so does he.
All right, so I'm gonna order no driving. Needs to do an affidavit
Okay.
of non-driving. And you say he's on scram?
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
And would you like that affidavit presented to the court or just to his probation officer? Or both?
you can give it to both.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Yes, there's one. This.
Yeah. 38. That's almost sick.
We said probably.
Probably. Right.
You made up your own word.
I know it's a lot.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, we'll let you know. We'll send you a text if we need to. All right, you're welcome. For what purpose? Why do you want to approach?
So it's an announcement, I'm not ready because my investigator's not finished.
Oh, no, you need to take that to Angelini. Judge Angelini and Impact, you need to take that up with him. You're not ready.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, thank you.
I'll talk to the comedian.
Migdalela Salazar. Who's the attorney on this?
Present judge.
Yes.
Good morning, Judge. Mr. Holscher, the lead attorney, is in the 175th. They're starting a special setting today, or at least attempting to. There has also been some new developments. Some reports were made to police and to CPS, and so
Has the
we-
trial actually started?
I haven't been to 175th yet, Judge.
All right.
Mr. Fidel Ayala is the co-defendant. His case was reset to February, is my understanding, Judge.
Yeah, his case was reset for other reasons, but we need to see if that trial is actually taking place.
All right, Judge.
All right, thank you.
I have to go to the federal court. I'll follow up.
All right, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Yes. You need super right from I got it. Little. We raise the top of the more coverage possible. That's my understanding. Thank you.
Who's here on Adrian Soto?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. And where's Mr. Soto? All right, where are we on discovery?
I believe discovery is complete, Judge. I made an offer today that encompassed resolving all of the cases. So that was tendered today.
All right, any other discovery?
I don't believe so, Judge. I don't think we're asking for this morning is possibly a pre-deadline date. So me and my client can go over the plea and figure out which direction we want to take.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a plea deadline date in the middle of January, please?
I can do the 19th.
All right, are you available on the 19th?
That should be fine, Judge.
All right, so we'll put you down for January 19th. Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form. That will be your plea deadline date. What that means is that the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date without good cause. Otherwise, you have the plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Get a recess. We just have to see.
All right, who's here for Quentin Bucho? Thank you. Brenda, you ready?
Yes.
Court is calling 2022 CR 6826, State of Texas versus Quentin Bucho. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense?
Roberto Ambrosino.
And are you Mr. Bucho?
Yes, Lord.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement, how you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Bucho, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Bucho, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yeah,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
yes, I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Buteau, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to appeal. Showing you the plea bargain agreement, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison and there's no application. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, sir.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There hasn't.
Then to the offense is charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
State out for State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection.
Mr. Buteau, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Or proceeding with sentencing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, Mr. Buteau is on probation in another county where he believes that it's likely that it will be revoked. So he was in agreement with taking the prison sentence to hopefully run concurrent with this.
All right.
Soon to receive.
All right, do you have the cause number for the other county case?
I don't have a courteous here, but
Okay, which county is that out of?
Burnett County and Dallam and Hartley County.
I'm sorry, you said Burnett and where's?
Dallam and Hartley,
Spell that, Delamet.
DALLAM HARTLEY.
All right, the court will follow your agreement, find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with pending cases out of Burnett and Dalman Hartley County. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
no, Your Honor.
Let me show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
State.
Judge, I think I have the case numbers for,
All right.
was the Darling County case, a drug case? Okay. Judge, the Darling.
Just 1 second. All right, what's the cause number?
For Darling, it's 4817.
Okay.
And then was the Burnett County credit card or debit card abuse?
Yes.
Yeah. That number is 52446.
All right, so that the record can be clear, this will run concurrent with pending cases 4817 and 52446. That's okay. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Do you have any children?
Yes.
How old are they?
5.
right, so you're gonna have to start making better decisions. Where is your child?
With his mother.
All right, so if you plan to be in your child's life and be a good role model to them, you're gonna have to start making better decisions. If you have a drug problem, then you need to solve that problem. And there are plenty of free places for you to solve that problem. And you may not want to have the marijuana leaf tattoo. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alberto Trevino. All right,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. So is this set up here for trial?
I believe so.
Ms. Ferguson, is this up here or in impact?
No, it's up here,
Okay,
I'm going still to 10:20.
okay,
I think Orlando is also the second chair on stage.
okay,
Yeah.
Who's
all right.
drawn here.
yes. Oh, are we, Brenda, are we
I'm
currently?
not saying, you know,
trial? Yeah.
another capital case. And it's in two.
I mean, can't we bifurcate him and bring him here?
He'd been paid.
Yeah. So we are currently in trial and your co-counsel is in trial in this court. So we're going to have to reset this for the new year.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date. All right, so we're going to come back on February 28th for your jury trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's here? Andres Cardenas.
Right here. Ready to go?
I'll make it work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you need a?
Just a few dismissals that were filling out, because we have just a minute.
No, we're fine.
Oh, good, I'm sorry.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 0768 State of Texas versus Andres Jaime Cardenas. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Michael Villarreal for the state.
defense?
Adam LaHood for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Cardenas?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I understand.
Are you the same Andres Jaime Cardenas who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 10768 for the offense of continuous violence against family on February 22nd, 2022 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
State?
Judge, can I borrow a copy of the MTR?
Yes.
Thank you.
Whichever one to go on, it's fine.
On or about the 10th day of July 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Andres Jaime Cardenas committed the offense of harassment of a public servant in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And the state would waive and abandon the remaining allegations.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Cardenas, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true,
Yes.
Is there an agreement?
Yes, sir. The agreement to grant the state's motion, enter adjudication of guilt and assess punishment at 5 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. And the state is going to take into consideration 3 causes. Those being 2022 CR 9287, 2022 CR 9286, and 2022 CR 9127.
Is that the agreement?
It is, Judge. And if I can put one more thing on the record, just
Yes.
briefly, there was a competency evaluation complete in this case. Mr. Cardenas was found competent to stand trial. And based upon those recommendations of the doctor and the finding that we are proceeding for today.
All right, Mr. Cardenas, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes,
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
yes,
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true, will find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison. Take in consideration 2022 CR 9287, 2022 CR 9286, 2022 CR 9127. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Faith Vasquez, Elena, Elena, Hinojosa Vasquez. And the court will give you credit for any time served. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the state.
All right, Mr. Cardenas, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
yes,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, and an affirmative finding of family violence, Mr. Villarreal, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Mr. Cardenas, you did poorly on this probation. You better change your ways. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in and out of the prison system. Do you understand?
Well, I have a question.
I'm sorry.
I have a question.
Did your attorney want you to ask that question?
What do you want to ask? What's your question, bud?
Never mind.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
It's yours, bud. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll get this to John, because he's the attorney on him.
Okay.
I'll text him. I'll get it to him.
Okay, thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you. You too. All right, Carlos Romero.
Yes, Judge.
Hi, where's your client?
So he's here.
Well, he needs to come forward.
Please, Judge.
All right. I think he.
doesn't choose to be here, but you have my deepest and sincere sympathies.
Well, it happens, you know?
That's the way the football bounces.
Oh, yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We have some work to do on offense. We have some work to do on defense. So there's always next year.
It's always next year.
And there's still the bowl game. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
All right, what is happening with this case?
Well, the
Because the capital case was dismissed.
that's correct, Judge.
So now we just have this case.
Correct. And I filed a motion for farm reduction that should be in the file. But I think
It's, of course, it's not in the file. It should be there, but it's not.
the bond reduction, we call the bond reduction of the middle. You know what it's like? 2021, 55,
All right, I can tell you though, we're not gonna be able to take the bond.
That's fine. 'cause
Issue
you-
today.
We can either set for time.
All right, can I
I'm
get
trying
a,
to get, maybe agree with it with the state if I could.
All right. but I'll still have to do certain steps. You can thank the legislature.
Little steps.
Yes. All right, so Ms. Ferguson, can we call this for their bond hearing next week? All right.
That's fine. That's
All
2
right.
days for free.
So we'll come back on December 15th, and that'll be for your bond hearing. And as you can see, we're a little bit short staffed. So we'll take up the bond hearing and we'll take up the other issues regarding this case and discovery. If there is some discovery issues, we'll take that up at that time.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Call me up. What should I do?
Raul Hinojosa.
Mr. Hinojosa.
All right, what's happening with this case?
I was appointed on Friday, but
Okay,
Norma called me, but I was out sick. I've been sick for over a month and I couldn't come in.
oh my gosh. Well, I hope you're feeling better.
I am good. Not 100%, but I am feeling better. So I just met Mr. Hinojosa
Okay,
and I'm going to obtain the discovery from the state.
okay.
And
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can we reset this the second week in January? All right, we'll be back on January 12th.
thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ms. Ferguson, we'll give you a reset form.
Thank you.
Just put it in the file. It's not happening today.
Danny Ortiz.
One report. Oh, that's it. No. Not even ours.
All right, can you meet us? All right, we're gonna go to a brief recess.
Yeah, they were gonna. Oh, she had to call me back.
Put me on it, so.
That's about to. Said together. Yeah. I was referring to. Yeah.
To get out.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan Chavez.
Oh, no, I was just letting you know what's going on.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I was just updating. The last time I was. We're in between. I was waiting for it. They're gonna try to turn. I think he's actually making it now, so I'll have to read it myself.
Yes.
I have convinced the state to withdraw the MTR in terms of Mr. Walker and staff.
Okay.
He was on, you want me to go into it or not?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the state is withdrawing the motion. And where's Mr. Walker?
He's right there.
All right, Mr. Walker, you can come forward.
Kind of weird. You want me to go into it?
Yeah, I want to know why he didn't show up for his compliance hearing. It
Well,
says here he failed to show up for his client compliance hearing. I mean, this was before my time, July 19th, 2017.
So basically, whenever he got put on probation, he moved to Louisiana. So
Mhm.
they supervised him up there.
Okay.
And so he was on for like 9.5 years.
Mhm.
And he did everything mostly he was supposed to do. Just since he was a good probationer, they had him report like very sporadically out there.
Okay.
And towards the end, he thought he was done, but he wasn't. So from 2017 until, because he said that they told him that they would let him know when he needed to report again.
And they never did.
And they never did. So he thought he was done. He didn't get arrested. He's been a good standing citizen. Everything's been fine. And so now he had a warrant in Louisiana. They picked him up. He transferred up here.
Okay.
He's done everything. Other than that, he's done everything he's supposed to do, except he had a little bit of money. The family just paid.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
You too. Is that it? That's it.
Thank
Can I have a seat?
All right. You're welcome.
See, you've gone by more and more. Sure. Maybe even like. See you guys. Thank you.
All right, anyone else ready? Are you tapping something over there? Okay. All right, then I'll meet us. All right, who's here on Jesus Martinez Cantu?
I am Judge.
All right,
For Michael case, but no, I'm still waiting on CPS record.
all right, and he needs an interpreter.
Yes.
All right, and is he
Please.
a citizen? Oh, not on the record, but is he a citizen?
No, you don't.
No.
All right, does he need an immigration attorney?
That would be helpful.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need an immigration attorney appointed to Jesus Martinez Cantu.
Yeah, I've got to get represented. I think it's.
All right, so Mr. Cantu, we're gonna reset you for the new year. And I see he already has an immigration attorney appointed. It's Cole's Dollar, I believe.
Okay, I'm not that's right. I think I've spoken. Yeah. I think
Yes.
so.
All right. So I'm gonna give you one more setting for the CPS records. Did the state give you any idea when they were?
Now, the judge, there's a notation in the file that Michael had requested, and I don't know if he's received them yet.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can we reset this in the new year, please? All right, and Mr. Martinez, Cantu, have you had a chance to speak with your immigration attorney?
No.
All right, can you let her know that he's in custody?
Yes.
And if they need to arrange some sort of video conference, just let us know.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Good seeing you. All right, bye-bye.
Did you still need him? This is just a testing order. What's your question? They'll probably come do it. Okay. Okay.
All right, who's here? I'm Brianna Kelly. And where is Kelly? Yes. Brenda, what page is this on? Sorry?
For this one right here.
Yes. Ah,
You found it?
yes. Oh, you guys need to switch.
Okay.
Why were you late and why are you constant? This is the second time you've been late for this court. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. Why were you late?
Mom's downstairs in the line for about 10 minutes.
All right, so here's the thing. You're going to have to make plans for lines and all of that. You understand? Because this is the second time. I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. What's going to end up happening is a warrant is probably going to be issued for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're taken into custody, we will make sure you're on time. Or at the very least, we'll know where you are. All right, where are we on this case?
Judge, on this case, we've been conferring this morning with Mr. Sanders. She has a few other cases and we wanted to ask your permission that they've not been indicted. One's a misdemeanor and two unindicted. We wanted to ask the court's permission to return on Thursday to give us a chance to review.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if we can recall this on Thursday, the 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you on December 8th at 9 a.m.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, we'll give you a reset form. All right, who's here on Manuel Adami? What is this about? All right, I'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
All right, who's here on Alejandro Black?
Mayor, Honor,
Yes.
can you excuse my client for the
Okay, what's happening?
You brought us back today to talk about when it was going to be set for trial on.
All right.
You said that y'all had a capital murder, so this month was crazy.
Yes. All right, Ms. Ferguson, what date are we giving Mr. Black?
Correct.
Yes.
A couple on that day already, including a trial that's 3-something years old.
All right, we'll see what happens.
All right, fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel Ortiz. Good morning. So my understanding that there was supposed to be a motion to suppress file on this case.
Well, I said that that's what I was intended to do, Judge.
Mhm.
But we've just gotten some videos that I haven't seen yet, and so I'd like an opportunity to continue to do that. Mr. Ortiz now has a bond set at $12,000. And so we were respectfully requesting a reset to allow me to watch a number of videos before I file that motion to suppress, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a reset date for Mr. Ortiz in the middle of January, please? All right, we'll be back on January 19th.
Thanks, Judge. Can I be excused?
Yes.
Have a good day, Judge.
All right, thank you. Oh, he can go back, Deputy Lord, when you're all ready. Who's here on Bruno Palacio? Court is calling 2022 CR 10130, State of Texas versus Bruno Palacio. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Sanders?
Defense?
Kyle Lynch for Mr. Palacio.
And are you Mr. Palacio?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Palacio, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, we're waiving the enhancement paragraph.
Any objections to the waiver?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Palacio, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with theft of aluminum, bronze, copper, or brass as a state jail felony? The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
That's correct, Your Honor.
If you have an agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I'm aware of that, Your Honor.
Did you understand? Yes
Your
or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Palacio, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. The court has a question with regards to the plea bargain agreement. The case to be taken in consideration, is that not being taken in consideration, or is there something with that number?
It is, Judge.
Yeah. Yeah, because one county court case is getting taken to TIC, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not on the misdemeanor, but I'll let his attorney know.
All right, according to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 18 months in the state jail facility. There are no applications. This will run current with 68975, number 689. Is this a 7 or a 5? I mean, a 7 or a 2? All right.
689. Let me check that, sorry.
Okay.
It's a 7.
All right, thank you. State is also taking in consideration 689,756. The state will dismiss 2022 CR 10132 and 2022 CR 10131. Once you plea on county court cause number 689,755. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, state offer states exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is he taking care of the misdemeanor case?
I got to email his misdemeanor attorney, hopefully this week.
Who is the misdemeanor attorney?
It is Gary Warren.
Something like that.
Gary Warren.
And which court is the misdemeanor out?
It is in County Court 5.
Who is county court at law number 5?
Judge Longoria. Or which prosecutor or?
Well, I mean,
I went over there right now to see if they could take care of it, but they're in the middle of the trial and they're meeting. I can go run over. They're in the second floor in the Elizondo Tower.
all right, so sentencing or in regards to this, I'm going to reset this for sentencing. He needs to take care of that. Once he takes care of the misdemeanor case, then I'll sentence him on this case.
Okay. Do we need a new date or just let you know that?
I can bring you back on, can we come back on the 9th?
Let me get with his attorney first and just make sure that he's not in trial or anything, and then that can get wrapped up because I'm not on this.
Okay, all right.
Before we get a date, and I'll just email you.
All right,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
thank you. You're welcome. On that case, we need to make sure that the misdemeanor case is set because we have 2 other pending felonies that are going to be taken in consideration once he pleads to the misdemeanor. No, he said he's going to call you with the court date. So counsel, if you can call her today.
Yeah, just however quickly I get a hold of.
All right, what is this? Well, you gave me some. Yeah, what is this? Does anybody know? People just handing me off docket stuff? Who? All right. Who's here on Jose Jimenez?
That's me, Judge.
Yes. Have you conferred with the state?
I did, Your Honor. They're not in agreement. I came in to confer. I filed it on the 28th and I
I wanted to see if they agree, but they don't. So I don't know if you need my client here. It's not here. We're not on the docket today.
Yes, just get with Ms. Ferguson and she'll put it on the docket before he has to travel
Okay,
and we'll hear it.
all right.
All right, thank you. Who's here on Alex Arizola? And probation, this is for deferred adjudication. Court is calling 2022 CR 5923, State of Texas versus Alex Arizola. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Victor Gomez.
and are you Mr. Arizola?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Arizola, I'm showing you what's in title application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, proceeding on count two, waiving count one.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
All right, Mr. Arizola, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you understand? Just 1 second, I'm sorry. Just one moment. Sorry about that. All right, did you understand that you're charged with the offense in count two of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 gram? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them the right to remain silent?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Judge.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, yeah,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
yes, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent, was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, yes, Judge.
Mr. Arizola, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Judge.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Judge.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Judge.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
According to the plea bargain, state is proceeding on count 2, waiving count 1. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. This will run concurrent with 683-103. They will take in consideration JN 2065365, and there's $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the
Yes,
plea?
Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? Off the record for a moment, please. All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand by signing the waiver of appeal, you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. They're requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Judge.
Then to the offenses charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, state on first state exhibit 1 and its attachments.
We have no objections.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review this document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Judge.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Judge.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding the guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client is full-time employed. He's been suspended for a couple of days, I think, attending the court proceedings, but otherwise he's going back to work. And he would like to be placed on deferred judge and follow all the conditions.
All right. So what do you do?
I work for the city of San Antonio Solid Waste Department.
All right.
I'm a solid waste collector.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have a daughter and 3 stepkids.
I'm sorry.
I have a daughter and 3 stepkids.
All right. And what are their ages?
My daughter is 17 and the stepkids are twins. They're 9 years old and the oldest is 12.
And do you stay with them?
Yes.
All right. When you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'm clean.
All right. We're going to do a drug test today.
Okay.
So what drugs have you used in the past?
My past is, well, it's been a long time, you know.
Well, I mean, no, we have a case here from 2022
The past.
with you with meth.
No. It's been
No, this is a meth charge that you're here for. So
yes.
either you were using it or you were selling it.
No, I mean, yes, I was.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a drug test
Yes.
and then I'll come back with sentencing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So they're going to do a drug test. Do you need any water or anything?
Excuse me?
Do you need any water?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't drank nothing since I came.
All right. So we're going to keep you in the courtroom and then we'll get you some water. All right. Is there anything else? Anybody else ready? All right, then we're going to take a short break.
Your Honor, I have an impact court issue that I'd like to address.
What impact court issue?
It's a case with Michael. I think they've already chosen their trial case. However, I filed a sworn word. For the chance last week. Either you have to roll on it, or he has to be given the power to roll on it.
Okay, I don't have a motion.
What's that ring number?
All right, and who's here on Robert Andrade? And for some reason, I don't have my docket sheet. It's been one of those days where everything has gone missing. So what is happening with Mr. Andrade is scheduled for jury trial? Why is he here? Is he supposed to be in the basement?
No, you told, we asked that this morning, Judge. You said you didn't you specifically asked us, we need to go across the street, and you said no, so.
Yeah. So that's here. Okay. All right. Well, we're currently in a jury trial, so we can't take up your jury trial today.
So
All right, which date for their jury trial, Ms. Ferguson?
You can do. January 31st.
All right, we're going to come back for your jury trial on January 31st. And Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form.
Judge, we have an issue with Mr. Roddy's monitor situation. He's got a complainant from an old case that's closed. And he's still not allowed to be around, and we thought we had resolved it. But it just keeps lingering. Is there a chance at some point we can hear that?
Yes, just get a setting for Ms. Ferguson. She'll put it on the docket and we'll hear it.
Friday, I don't go to the file. And then I think. So that he would look at this, so this stuff. I thought that's what they should. Get an offer. Yeah. Yeah, I need that, but I thought there was a community section. I don't think it. We just have to get this. I thought that on the location.
I'm gonna stress the. I think. Is what?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yes, I have, Jose Perez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, this is the matter that's referred to impact court.
Mhm.
I believe they've checked the trial case. I filed this motion last week. I have an expert that is testifying in a military trial that will not be available. So rather than be recalled the rest of this week.
Okay, do we have this file? All right, so I need to get the file.
Should I bring it from downstairs or have? them-
Well, they'll probably have someone bring it up. All right, so as soon as I get the file, I'll make a ruling on that. All right, Migdalela Salazar. Hello.
Yes, Judge.
Yes,
I spoke to Mr. Gebbia. There are handling preliminary matters today. They're picking the jury tomorrow morning,
all right, and this is which court?
175th.
175th. And, here is my docket. I was looking for that. Thank you. Which page is Miss Salazar on? Okay.
On 8.
State. He says they're doing jury selection in another court tomorrow, and that's the 175th.
Yes, Judge.
And we've given the 175th our jury panel, so we know they will have a jury panel.
Told me it's the same co-defendant as Fidel Ayala, and he says that he does have copies of the reports, but they are with Converse PD, which is probably why we couldn't find them.
Okay,
And so he's going to provide those, what he's told me is he has redacted copies of those reports, and so I will request the unredacted copies once I receive the redacted copies.
all right, so then we will be back here on February 28th
Thank
for
you, Judge.
jury trial. And Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form.
Thank
You're welcome. Oh, jury trial and plea deadline date. You're welcome.
Your Honor, on that continuance, would you like my client to come back up with me or?
Yes. Who's here? Nathan Chavez?
I am Judge.
Yes.
Your Honor, we're conferring, we're in the process of doing, Brittany Sparks is picking a jury, but she's kind of leading point on this. I'm asking for 2 weeks. I'll be here December 19th. And we should, through conferring, be able to take care of this case.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, are we able to put Chavez on December 19th?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on the 19th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
All right, Nick. So I'm going to keep conferring on 7. Say a little bit. Okay. Yeah, my meeting is- I'll give you 2. Want to do that? Another day, I can do it right now. Okay, you guys are starting that up. I'm starting.
Is Samantha Richards on the docket today? Yes, so. Mr. Young? Yes. All right, so I have this request for travel.
It's not a request.
Well, to
for
take
travel.
children from school and just attend school functions. Where is Miss Richards?
She's right here. Right.
All right, if you can come forward.
Huh.
All right, and state, I'm assuming that the complainants who are listed will be aware that she's going to be traveling to and from school.
Yes,
I mean,
Judge, I'll
dropping
make them,
children off.
I'll make them both complainants aware of those, the changes.
Those are the various things we need her to be able to do, Your Honor. We're asking that she be given partial house arrest and be allowed to go around and do her business between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. Yeah,
All right, and trial.
I believe the state wishes to try the co-defendant first, Your Honor.
And who's the
There's
co-defendant?
2 co-defendants, but It'd be the state's intention to proceed on Jacqueline Wallace.
All right, and when is that scheduled for trial?
She's set today, and I don't think John Keynes has been able to come in yet to get a date for it.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need which case would you all be going first on? Or are these all in the same occurrence?
They're all, same day.
All right, how much time do you think this trial will take?
I anticipate we can get it done in 3 days. Guilt innocence done in 3 days.
Okay. And
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
okay, and Mr. Young, if your client were found guilty, is she coming to the court for punishment or the jury? Or has that been discussed?
And we haven't discussed that yet, Your Honor. It would probably be a judge sentencing, but as I said, I haven't discussed that with her yet.
Okay, all right.
There's a potential judge that with Jacqueline Wallace potentially taking some responsibility that all of this can be worked out, but we're still waiting on some decisions.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Samantha Richards, can I have a jury trial date for her, please? All right, February 14th, and we're gonna keep the co-defendants case with this one. Oh, February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Well, I appreciate the heads up, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm watching out for you. So we're gonna come back on that date. That will be your jury trial date and plea deadline date.
My wife, remember the Australian young woman that was
Yes.
here, with my granddaughter?
Yes.
They and my wife went to New York City last week and came back last night. You know that I'm a flower kind of person.
Yes.
So I had 4 different vases with yellow roses stationed about the house.
Oh,
Make sure she understood she was welcome back.
oh, and that she was missed. I like it. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet, John.
Yes, she just melted.
All right, who's here on Baldemar
Thank you.
Hinojosa?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. What's happening with this case?
Your Honor, I believe it's our first setting. We're just asking for reset, Your Honor. We do have an offer.
All right, just one moment. All right, so I'm sorry. So this is your first setting. Did you have a chance to confer with the
We have
state?
conferred, Judge, and there's also 2 co-defendants. I think they were just appointed attorneys today. So we're asking for a little bit more time so we can see if we can get this thing taken care of.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you give this a 1-month reset, please? All right, we'll be back on January 12th.
Thank you, Judge.
And Ms. Ferguson, that's just a regular reset.
Thank you.
All right, has Mr. Alex Arizola finished with his UA?
He said he's ready.
Okay,
Just a moment.
all right, Armando Garcia. And why is Mr. Rangel here? Okay, All right, just give me a moment. Who's your attorney? Oh, it's a compliance hearing? Hello. All right, were you late for court?
Yes,
Why?
because the birth I got it, first I had to take my son to the daycare because his mom wasn't able to take him. And then I had to wait for the train on the 32 train at Black.
All right, you're mumbling. Don't mumble when you come up, okay? Because I need to hear what you're saying. All right, I see that you're doing your best to try to complete everything. But you're gonna have to do better, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so who are you seeing for mental health issues?
Center for Healthcare Services.
All right, how's that going?
It's going good. Right now, I'm waiting for my medication for my prescriptions to come in so I can start on my meds. But I'm going to Lifetime.
Okay. And
Yeah,
have you
12.
given that information to probation that you're doing lifetime?
Yes, on the 12th, I go on December 12th for 45 days.
All right, and are you going inpatient?
Yes.
All right, and you're leaving on December 12th? All right. And do you have a case manager?
No.
All right, you probably need a case manager to help you out because I see that your mom is working on, trying to help you.
Yes.
All right, but your mom can only do so much. So my understanding, she's trying to help you and she's also trying to help your son. So, I mean, you're doing well. I just want to make sure that you don't fall off track because I see that you're struggling a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
And in this court, when I place people on probation, I want them to successfully complete it. I don't want them to end up getting revoked and going to prison. So make sure you stay in contact with probation, all right? And make sure you follow through on lifetime recovery. Now, is there anything I can do for you?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck. Sometimes when you come in and see the court, it's nothing bad. It's me trying to figure out what you need. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, since this person didn't show up for court? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Judge, good morning. We were just down and we, on a case that was set for trial in impact court. Sharona Williams, 2022 CR 3265, and we reached a disposition, entered a plea to reduced charge deadly conduct, agreed deferred with state. We were set for a PSI way out in January 10th, 2023, and I talked to the state, get her out of here.
I mean, is it agreed deferred?
It is an agreed deferred on a misdemeanor, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you put that on the date on the docket? Whatever date works.
Wonderful.
I mean, we just won't be able to do it today. I'm
So-
sorry.
Oh, certainly, Judge. I understand.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Sure. And who's here on Jose Perez?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Was yesterday.
All right. So on this one, my understanding is you're waiting for, I guess, reports or something?
No, Judge, the expert that he's already finished his reports is testifying in a military trial in North Dakota. this week. And will be unavailable for the rest of December. So everything else is in order. We're just waiting on him, Judge.
All right, State, are you going to have any objection to their motion for continuance?
No, Judge.
All right, that'll be granted. Ms. Ferguson, what date are we coming back for this jury trial? And State, how long do you anticipate?
From my perspective, it should be a fairly quick case. I imagine no more than 2 days for guilt innocence.
Brenda, is it too soon to ask the question? I'm
There's no
gonna
video.
ask?
I don't think.
I normally agree, Judge, in this case, especially if he comes back, this may be a 3 or 4 day.
Okay. All right, and Ms. Ferguson, we're gonna need a Spanish interpreter on this one. And is your client a citizen?
No, Your Honor.
All right, has he talked to an immigration attorney?
I don't recall, Judge.
You want to ask?
He is not, Your Honor.
All right, you can come forward, Mr. Perez.
We can take care of that during this.
All right, so during the interim, you're going to address the immigration issues.
Yes.
So when we come back for jury trial, of course, we're going to go to jury trial unless something else happens. But I'm going to expect him to have already spoken to an immigration attorney about the consequences of a jury trial and his status, and also about the consequences of any type of a verdict with his status. And be sure to let your client know, do we have an interpreter available or no?
He understands English, Judge.
All right.
He prefers Spanish.
All right, thank you. I want you to know when I say speak to an immigration attorney to talk to you about jury trial, I'm not trying to dissuade you from a jury trial. I just want you to know the consequences. So I don't know. I don't believe there's any immigration consequences for actually having a jury trial. But there may be consequence, understand? All right. So Ms. Ferguson, can I have a jury trial date? All right, we'll be back on January 17th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, you need to get a reset.
Yes, Judge.
And Brenna?
Yeah.
You may excuse because our jury trial starts at 1:30.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Um,
All right,
so keep
just,
going. I do have a tele appointment at 1.
no, what we'll do is, the one that you're going over, we'll take that first thing up at 1:30. All right, because she needs to get a break in. Yeah. All right, we'll have them come back at 1:30. Yes, it's okay. Hello. Yes, with your client, we're going to come back at 1:30.
Your Honor, if I may, I have to be in Atascosa as well. And they're kind of waiting for me over there on the docket call as well.
Okay, you can be here by Zoom.
Can I come? If I Zoom, if you can Zoom me the
Yes,
number,
Ms. Ferguson will give you the Zoom link.
I appreciate it. Thank
Sure.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you can read his writing.
Yeah, the answer. You gotta get these things a few times. That's a challenge. Yes.
The last one. They're all- it's a phone number.
Just.
All right, Juan Montana. Yes. Have them come up. All right, Ms. Ferguson. My understanding, these are, good afternoon. On this one, these are all being set on the same day. And that is the 14th, is that correct?
Valentine's Day, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on Valentine's Day for your jury trial. You're going to be brought over dressed for trial. You'll be dressed in whatever clothing you have at the Bexar County Jail. If it's something you do not wish to appear, you want to appear in something else, you need to sign a clothing exchange with your attorney and counsel. If there's an issue with the clothing exchange, let the court know.
Yes, ma'am. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
And you cannot be excused. February 14th, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Uh,
Comments?
All right, Robert Joseph Roth, you can come forward. Your attorney is in a jury trial, so of course he can't be in two places at one time. Ms. Ferguson, what date is this coming back with the co-defendant? All right, so we'll put this on a date and then the other person will have to be on the same date. So what jury trial date? Oh, no, this is not this is his first sitting, correct? All right, just give me a regular reset. All right, you're gonna come back on January 19th.
Yes, ma'am.
At 9 a.m. and your attorney will be here.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
they'll
Thank
give
you.
you a reset form.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You can leave first. You can leave. No problem.
Make sure I know. what you're saying. Yes, okay.
Can you call Mr. Stateson?
Right? Then hopefully I tell him, okay, I'll make sure you tell him that I asked something 3 times, they won't do it. He's considering enhancing. You're not gonna come over 15. You're not coming over 15. That's the total for like. Well, I thought you did a cap of 20. Yeah, so you can ask for anywhere 10. 10, what he can get is 10 to 20 if you do the cap. You can ask the court. But he's wanting 50, because the minimum is actually 10, not 15.
All right, Betty Jean Gonzalez. Come forward. Your attorney is in a jury trial. He's asking that your case be recalled. Are you employed?
I'm looking for a job and interview tomorrow at 11.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can we call this maybe Friday? All right, so Ms. Ferguson is gonna give you a reset for Friday, the 9th.
The 9th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll call you over there.
Yes. Any change of the cap? What if the question is as you take next step? Will you do today? Say yes. Okay. I mean, but then it just means the range is 15. 10 to 15, range is 10 to 15. Charge. You understand? 10 to 15 is the minimum is 10. Without. Fees, it's gonna drop. The fee would be 15, it's gonna drop to fees. It's regular. And now it's 10 to 15. You understand that? Call.
Yeah, hold on, we're gonna do this one, I'll make sure I got. It's not working today. Let me call. Okay. Oh, receiver sensing. She may come in, so say I need that call. She may. Or should I start recording? It's not working. Yes, fall off the kitchen counter, didn't help it. All right, we'll call it right now. Right.
All right, then I guess, everyone, we're going to take our recess.